Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhurbhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatakleshanashaya Govindaye Namo Namaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritat. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to today's Yoga Vashistha Satsang, our divine Satsang family, joining us always at 7:30 from different parts of the world. And Shankarji has to do extra tapasya because it is early morning Brahma Muhurta, 4 a.m. in England, where he is. So, to each of you, wherever you are joining from, divine blessings, Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti, week after week, year after year. This is the only wealth that we accumulate that will go with us, help us directly in this realm of spiritual consciousness. Baki sab kuch kaam nahi aata, nothing else matters. So, with this beautiful thought and feeling, welcome to each of you and welcome to the Zoom. Currently, I only see Mark David. Sometimes people join in later. And here I am seeing so far Priya ji, Roshni ji, Yogini ji, Shankar ji, all of you, and Radha ji. Dwayne ji is here today. He's sometimes traveling, so it's good to see whenever he's on. All of you, and many will listen later. But as I always tell everybody, the joy and energy we enjoy in the live satsang can never be duplicated, because the energy radiating, the spiritual vibrations radiating from each of these advanced aspirants, Yogini ji, Dwayne ji, Sadashiva ji, all these people, and Priya ji, for 40 years she's been practicing it. So we are very blessed to be a beautiful satsang family. I think that's what Sadashiva ji wrote today. The connection we have, never met each other yet our hearts beat at the same frequency. तो बहुत जब भगवान की कृपा होती है, सत्संग प्राप्त होता है. With many punyas from many lifetimes accumulate, one enjoys the bliss of satsanga. So you are all advanced in your path, but don't let ego come in the way. Advanced because you have been working for many lifetimes. कई जन्मों से आपका ये यात्रा चल रहा है, और अब जब आप यहाँ इस मार्ग पर पहुँचे हो, फिसलना बहुत आसान है. It's very easy to slip also. So sometimes we get caught in the world, sometimes we get caught in different things, illusions. This world is a Maya jal, prapanch. So with that thought, let us join our hands, be prayerful, touch Mother Earth, thank God, thank all the divine energies to give us this opportunity week after week. And may we continue this satsang. May your health be good, may you vibrate with joy, and everything should be wholesome. Adversity, prosperity will always alternate in life, but how you feel inside matters. How you react to your problem matters. So be positive, be firm, be thankful, grateful, and pray for everybody, never just for yourself. There are many people who are much worse than us. So sometimes we complain, I wish I had this, I that. Some people don't even have that. So it's a blessing. We should pray that everyone should get food, water, clothing, shelter, and peace of mind. That is the hard one, peace of mind. People don't get that. They may have money, but shanti nahi milta hai. So with that prayer, we should always pray, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, Sarve santu niramaya, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, Ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavet. May all be happy, may no one suffer, may everyone see the good in each other, not find faults, but find what's to appreciate, what can we learn from them. That should be our approach in life if we want to walk on this beautiful journey. And may no one suffer. Ma kaschit dukha bhag bhave. So that universal prayer, with that prayer, let us read our Gurudev's message. Before that, let us prostrate. Our humble prostrations to the all pervading Brahman, to our worshipful Guruji, Swami JyotirmayAnanda Ji Maharaj, to all the sages and saints, our scriptures, to all the religions of the world, and to the divinity in every one of you. हमारा दंडवत साष्टांग प्रणाम है उस ब्रह्मांडीय ईश्वरीय शक्ति को, हमारे पूज्य गुरुदेव स्वामी ज्योतिर्मयानंद जी महाराज को, सब साधु संतों को, ऋषियों मुनियों को, हमारे पवित्र तीर्थों को और ग्रंथों को, और आप सब में विद्यमान परमेश्वर को. इट इज़ अ ग्रेट ब्लेसिंग टू enjoy the nectar of सत्संग. कई जन्मों के पुण्य से ये सत्संग की प्राप्ति होती है, जो हमें अच्छे मार्ग पर और कल्याण के मार्ग पर डाल देती है. So let us, with that prayer and with that adoration, let us read the message from our beloved Guru. Swamiji says, Blessed self adorations, Divyatman Ashirvad. Learn the art of directing your mind to God. This is actually the central art of all religions. Religion is created to connect with us to God, not to prove superiority or over others, or how my system is better than everybody else's. That's not religion. Religion is simply follow your path with love and faith and simplicity and connect with God through that. And directing your mind to God, ताकि हमारा मन ईश्वरोन्मुख हो जाए, ईश्वर की ओर हो जाए. यही सब धर्मों का उद्देश्य है. This world is filled with the glory of God. ये जगत ईश्वर के सुख से लबालब भरा हुआ है, meaning full to the brim. You add one more drop, it will fall. So much bliss and joy is there, if you know how to view it properly. Otherwise, people complain, what is there in this world? All I see is pain, all I see is this and that and misery, because they haven't tasted the nectar yet. But whoever comes to satsang slowly gets converted from a crow into a swan. जो भी सत्संग में आ जाता है वो एक कौवा बन के आता है और हंस बन के उड़ जाता है. That is the benefit of this beautiful glorious satsang. So once your mind knows how to look at the world with mature vision, so don't look at this world with thinking it's the only thing, it's real and everything. You need a mature vision, meaning transcendental vision, mature vision, seeing God in things. Then you can be thrilled from morning till night. How beautiful it is. कितना सुंदर बात है कि यदि आप भगवान को सब चीज़ों में देखना सीख जाएंगे तो आपके लिए दुख नाम की कोई वस्तु नहीं रहेगी. You will always be in bliss. You will see God everywhere. How can there be pain and misery and all that? All these are external. Dreams come and go. Prosperity comes and goes and adversity comes and goes. But your inner consciousness, your peace within will be stabilized, perpetual. The moment you direct your mind to God, the things that worry you and cause tension in daily life are simply eliminated. Why do we find peace when we come to the satsang, when we sit in front of the gurus, when we talk to them, our worries melt away, and then they come back after that is over? That is not sitting with the guru properly. If you are advancing and doing the right things, you will maintain that condition under all circumstances. During adversity, prosperity, challenging situations, you will not be destabilized. तो आप दुखी नहीं होंगे, आपका जीवन चलता रहेगा और शांति पूर्वक रहेगा. That is the mark of being a true disciple, and that is the mark of learning from an authentic guru. Otherwise, it will not touch you. If it touches your heart, only then you should know that it is going to, you are going to evolve. अब आपका कल्याण होगा. And it will take sacrifice. Nothing is easy in life. Everything you have sacrificed for already. Every birth is painful. Every death is painful. Disease is painful. Old age is painful. And struggles are painful. Everything you have achieved, yet you do, you continue to do. So don't complain about sadhana being painful. If it should become joyous. Until you get to that point, you have to persist, persist, persist. But once you see that, then you see God. Once you see God, there is your tension, worries are all taken away. You are now sitting comfortably in the train. Put your luggage down. Don't carry it on your head. The train is carrying it. Much in the same way, God is carrying all your tensions and worries. He has created the whole world. उसने पूरा सृष्टि ब्रह्मांड बनाया है उस ईश्वर ने. तो वो क्या आपकी छोटी सी छोटी छोटी चीज़ों का ध्यान नहीं कर सकता? God can take care of every minute detail. Actually, everything has been fashioned already. पहले से ही निर्धारित है. But it will only fructify when you also put in your effort. You have to do it. There is no other way. You cannot be lazy and relax. Oh, well, if everything happens according to God's will, why should I do anything? Well, why do you eat? Why don't you let God put it in your mouth? So that is foolish logic. We cannot use foolish logic. We have to do our duty. God helps those who help themselves. पहले अपनी सेवा करो, अपना ध्यान करो और सबकी सेवा करो. See yourself in all. Then your life will become joyous. तब आपका जीवन आनंद पूर्ण हो जाएगा. Your mind will become a magnet for all that is positive. यदि आप ऐसा करना सीख लेंगे तो आपका आप में एक चुंबकीय शक्ति आ जाएगी. You will have a magnetic personality. A rose does not need to advertise its beauty and smell. It permeates, it reaches people. People come to it. Ganga river flowing, people come to it to bathe, to do whatever their needs are. Much in the same way, when you will be radiating that peace and vibration, automatically you will be attracting people towards you, because that is the law of nature. It's not that you are doing anything special, it's simply the law of nature. The water flows from top to bottom, isn't it? पानी कहीं पर भी रखो वो नीचे की सतह ढूंढता है. It will always flow and find the lower track. Much in the same way, the thoughts and vibrations of pure souls, sincere souls, spiritual souls cover the area that is filled with stress and tension and vibration, and it replaces it with peaceful thoughts and energy, which we call the aura, the radiance. And people, so many people have so many questions, but when they come and sit in front of the guru and they sit in that aura of peace, so many questions are, they just go away. Simple answers. लाइफ इज नॉट सो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड एज वी मेक इट. हम ही उसको बहुत तनाव सहित बना देते हैं. वैसे इतना तनाव इस धरती पर है नहीं, क्योंकि हम अज्ञानी हैं. वी आर इग्नोरेंट, देयरफॉर वी मेक रुकी मिस्टेक्स लाइक दे से. वी डोंट नो. तो हमें जब ज्ञान पूरा नहीं है तो हम गलतियां करते हैं. वी डू रॉन्ग थिंग्स, एंड वंस वी लर्न, देन you are a good student because now you have learned the method. In this case, we call us as sadhaks, not students. We are aspirants, sadhaks. Student is okay. That is for learning worldly things. You are learning music, you are learning history, science, you are a student. But here on this path, you are an aspirant. You aspire to attain God realization. You aspire to help others. You aspire to radiate your vibrations with all. You aspire to eliminate your vices of anger, greed, lust, jealousy, hatred. That takes time. Don't expect things to happen quickly. बहुत समय लगेगा, लेकिन what is the mark? That you will also start enjoying the journey. So then that is beautiful. You are enjoying, plus you are making a difference in your life and in others life. Only then are you a sadhak, you are an aspirant. Otherwise, if you are all stressed out, angry that I have been waking up at 4 o'clock and I've been doing my mala and this and that, and yet I am facing trouble, my work didn't happen properly, this, that is not spirituality at all. That is simply fighting with the waves of the ocean. You have to go deep into the water where there are no waves, and then no fighting is required. But you first have to learn how to swim, how to go deeper, all that. So your mind will become a magnet for that is positive. You will bring positive energy, and you don't have to do anything special. And mind you, the minute ego shows its ugly head, ugly face, we are doomed. I mean, that is how the nature works. It punishes you, because we are all, anybody who thinks I am superior than this person or that person, or my style is better, then they have lost the way. Otherwise, be humble, be grateful, and be an instrument in the divine plan. भगवान के कार्य में आप एक निमित्त मात्र बन जाइए. Be a flute on Krishna's lips. That's all you need to be. Automatically music will flow, you see. May God bless you. Yours in the Lord, Swami JyotirmayAnanda. तो भगवान आपका कल्याण करे, मंगल करे. स्वामी जी का blessings है to all of us, and we are extremely blessed to be guided by a self-realized master, enlightened master. इसका मतलब समझते हैं आप कि कितना गूढ़ है? People don't realize, they are still caught in the worldly sense pleasures, this, that, and they listen to this, but coming from here and then departing from somewhere else. But sincere aspirants do Shravana Manana Nididhyasan. First they listen, then they contemplate and introspect, and then they meditate on it, because everything is very profound. This is not a rush job you can do. So, with that, blessings from our worshipful Guru, who currently at 92 is still busy, 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 always active, doing things. And that's what each of us should be doing, making our life a fragrant flower, a temple, so to help others, be an instrument in God's plan. That's the highest prayer. Don't ask for material things, ki, may I get a money and this, that. All that is okay, that will come anyway. But you have to ask for devotion, bhakti, love of God. Because many such lives you have taken. Every life you complained. You had a husband, you had a wife, you had this, you had that, you had money, you didn't have money, and then you died, and now you are born again, and we'll die again. So if we continue with this cycle, we will continue to get what we have always done. Only in a human body it's possible for us to free ourselves, cut the chains that are binding us from time immemorial. बहुत समय से चलता आ रहा है ये चक्र. तो उसके लिए श्रद्धा, भक्ति, करुणा सब कुछ लाना पड़ता है. Then we become deserving souls. So let us do our kirtan, then we will get into Yoga Vashistha. जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष मां शरवण भव पाहि मां कार्तिकेय रक्ष मां जय सरस्वती पाहि मां श्री सरस्वती रक्ष मां जय गुरु शिव गुरु हरि गुरु रा जगत गुरु परम गुरु सद्गुरु श्याम ओम आदि गुरु अद्वैत गुरु आनंद गुरु ओम चिद गुरु चिद घन गुरु चिन्मय गुरु ओम जगत गुरु ओम गुरु सच्चिदानंदा शंकराचार्य शिवानंद ज्योतिर्मयानंद ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिव 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 शिवाय नमः ओम हर 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 नमः शिवाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते रामचंद्राय हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे आंजनेय 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 पाहि मां हनुमंत 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 रक्ष माम् ओम शक्ति पाहि मां ब्रह्मा शक्ति विष्णु शक्ति शिव शक्ति रक्ष माम् आदि शक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति पाहि माम् इच्छा शक्ति क्रिया शक्ति ज्ञान शक्ति रक्ष माम् गंगा रानी पाहि माम् भागीरथी रक्ष माम् हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम So let us continue our journey on this divine scripture Yoga Vashistha, which is full of wisdom, devotion, all elements to help us with our enlightenment. Who is getting enlightened in this scripture? Lord Rama himself. Who is enlightening him? His Gurudev Vashistha Muni, Sage Vasistha. So ultimately we are all the self. So we are all, each one of us has that God particle. Therefore we all have that potential to attain what Lord Rama did. It is not a far-fetched idea कि मुक्ति हमें नहीं मिलेगी, only Buddha can get it, only Lord Rama can get it. No, you can get it, I can get it, our Guruji got it already. So this is very much possible, but we have to have that one focused mind and dedication. So bhakti shakti mukti, with that thought, if you have to have the desire, when you want something badly, you get it. That is the law of nature. So we are on Nirvana Prakarana and we are on the concluding stages, and then we will start the scripture again. It takes many years to complete it because it's full of depth, wisdom, and we need to properly digest it. It's not about speed. हमको रेलगाड़ी नहीं पकड़ना है, हमको समझना है. वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, अपना जिंदगी बदलना है. तो जिंदगी कैसे बदलेंगे? जब हम उसको पढ़ेंगे, समझेंगे और अपने जीवन में उतारेंगे. when we listen to the satsanga, then we contemplate and understand it, and then when we implement it in our life, that is how we will grow on this path. So Sri Rama is continuing to ask questions about enlightenment, mukti, which we are also all trying to do. So what should we do? Sri Rama is then asking to his Guruji, a tree is non-different from its branches. In the same manner, Brahman is non-different from the Chitta, and the Chitta is non-different from this world. Why shouldn't we adopt this view? So Lord Rama is asking a contrarian view, that if the world, when you are saying Brahman is non-dual and he is there, so it's non-different. So if, why can't Brahman be Chitta, and why can't Chitta be the world? That is the question. His Guruji says, this is not possible. If you practice deep reflection, you will realize that the world did not proceed from Brahman. Are your dreams real? Will you say they proceeded from you? In a way they did, because the only time you can dream, your dream is unique, and you are the only one, and you have to be sleeping. You cannot be awake. Isn't it so? Can you dream? We call it daydreaming, with your eyes open. Not that. The one where you are sleeping and then you see images and sounds and pictures, and a dream comes, and somebody created it. Who did? So that consciousness in you, so that is what it is. You are not creating. Did you actually take your tools and create the whatever you are seeing, the furniture in your dream, or the lake or the mountains? Did you create them? Automatically they came. They were all right there. Much in the same way, Vashistha Muni is explaining, just like your dream is created and dissolved, much in the same way this world is created and dissolved. It doesn't proceed from Brahman. It's not like God has built this world one at a time and one thing at a time. It's basically, we call it the concept of God: generate, operate, destroy. You are also God, a small God, mini God. So what you are doing is, you are creating, you are sustaining, you are destroying. You are creating your dream, you are sustaining it while you are dreaming, and you are destroying it when you wake up. When we say you, we are talking something within you. It's very hard to define you. I wish it was easy. Who are you? If you can find the answer to that question, mukti is not far away then. Who are you? Are you this body that you see in the mirror every morning? Makeups, this, that, so much luxury goes into comforts of the body only. Nice sofas, nice cars, nice houses. But are you this? What is the definition? Anything that changes cannot be you. That you we are talking, which is always constant. But your body was so small when you were born, only pocket sized. Then it grows, and youth, and then you grow old, then it disappears. You see? So who are you? That itself is a deep question, which is worth contemplating upon. But here, he Vashistha Muni is guiding him. The apparent world, this is not a real world, it's an apparent world. Just like your, so we cannot say it is unreal, we cannot say it is real. We cannot say your dream is unreal, we cannot say it is real. If it was real, you would see it when you wake up. If you win $1 million in your dream, you should have that lottery ticket. Where is it? What happens to it? So it is something, but then it is also not something. For this reason, science gets confused, intellectuals get confused. Everybody is running around in different religions saying, I have a better way to find God. Nobody has found him. So it's not so easy, not so simple, because it's a concept that our senses cannot get around. Do you see? Eyes can only see, they cannot hear. Ears can only hear, they cannot see. So we are very limited in a way, and even seeing is defective. Is your eye, when you have eyeglasses, what happens if your eyeglasses get lost? Do you see properly? No. And what happens if you, can an eagle see 100 times better than you? Yes. So what is, are our eyes real then? Is the eagle seeing 100 times more things than we are? So everything is perceived, it's a perception issue. We think it's real, but it is only apparent. So Brahman, that Brahman you can call consciousness, you can call God, you can call Krishna, Hanuman, Jesus, doesn't matter. Names and nouns and pronouns and adverbs, adjectives, who cares? That is not going to help you. What's going to help you is understand the divine principle. Whatever way you pray to God, He will come to you in that way. No problem. So that is the big crux of the matter, that you have to understand, you have to decode your own body, you have to decode your own mind, senses, intellect, ego, understand who you are. Without that knowledge, nothing else can proceed better. वो नहीं होगा. तो पहले अपने आप को समझना होगा कि मैं कौन हूँ. So therefore, this world is an illusion, just like your dream is illusory. It's there but not there. So but that Brahman is peaceful, unborn and indivisible. Peaceful because that is what your essential nature is, Satchitananda. Have you ever realized, doesn't matter how stressed you are, you had a horrible day, everything went wrong, nothing was good, and you were miserable, and all of a sudden you were just sick and tired, and finally you slept. Just think about that. All your tensions, worry, stress, where does it go? What happens to it? For those 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, how many hours you sleep? Half our life goes in sleep only, by the way. So क्या पाते हो? और सुबह जब उठते हो फिर वही तनाव आ जाता है. That stress comes back. So when we say we love this world, what is to love in it? Other than give you stress. When you sleep, you are happy. So, but why don't you change? Why don't you become smarter when you wake up? Why do you still have to go to work? Why do you still have to? Because ignorance is there. That sleep is not the right answer for you. You will remain a dullwit only. If you are a dullwit, no matter how much temporary peace you get, temporary only. Because when you wake up, the pain will come back, the misery will come back, the stress will come back. And I'm not saying anything different, anything new. Very simple logic to understand for most of us. So that is peaceful. Brahman proceeds from peace. That is why usko bolte hain Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means truth, Chit means existence, and Anand means bliss. Existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. That is also your essential nature, but you simply don't know it. Why don't you know it? Because you have superimposed name and form over it. उस पे नाम चढ़ा दिया और संसार चढ़ा दिया. अब कहाँ तुम्हें सुख मिलेगा? Now you have added the world and names and forms, and this is my house, this is my car, this is my child, this is my dog, that is yours. Don't dare you touch me, don't you do this. So that is what we have done. Everything in that you see around you is names and forms only, isn't it? And that is all not God. Not God. So what is God? Existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. That's why we are afraid of dying. Nobody wants to die because existence is our inner built-in nature. We always want to exist because Brahman has always existed. So existence. So in order, once you get enlightened, you always exist because no more coming back. You have merged into Brahman. You are always peaceful because we break our peace. Otherwise, our nature is peaceful only and indivisible. God cannot divide himself. Just like the rays of the sun cannot get lost, you know, Can any ray of the sun ever get lost? When the sun sets, every single ray has to go back. Every lame lamb has to go back to the shepherd. See, that is the journey. So that is what he is explaining to Lord Rama. It is not like somebody constructed, built a car, built a gadget, went to the moon. All these things you do, you need instruments, you need things, we need computers, technology. Through that we are talking and doing the satsang also. So we are not criticizing it. We need all these things. But to think that you will get enlightened by these things is not the answer. That has to come from within. Then you use these tools and you spiritualize them. The same car can go to a bar, and the same car can go to a worship house or to a satsang, isn't it? Same car, nothing changes. But when you take it to the bar, you are on the path of rajas and tamas and all this inertia, worldly activities. And when you take it to a worship place or to do some selfless service, charity, good things, अच्छा काम करने के लिए, तो वही इंस्ट्रूमेंट आपका spiritualize ho jata hai. It gets spiritualized, it gets divine energy. Everything, it starts to vibrate with peace. That is what Vashistha Muni is explaining. So Sri Rama says, by your teachings I have understood that this world, consisting of the illusion of objects and their enjoyments of birth and death, is mere appearance in Brahman. Pratibimb, appearance, like when you see yourself in the mirror, you yourself are not in the mirror, it's just your image in the mirror. And right becomes left, left becomes right, isn't it? Everything becomes opposite. It's your appearance, वो आप नहीं हो. तो ऐसे ही Shri Vashistha answers now, according to the ignorant. Ignorant means dullwits. Dullwits doesn't mean uneducated. Dullwits could be doctors, PhDs, engineers, scientists, everybody, or uneducated also, who does not know the knowledge is a dullwit. Till we get to that point, somebody is a higher dullwit, somebody a lower dullwit, somebody is in kindergarten, somebody might be doing masters, but none of them are professors, isn't it? You could be a PhD student and you drop it. So many people do that. They go with that ambition that I will do this, do that. They can't pass the exam, they can't pass the dissertation, or they something else comes up. So till you pass everything, till you get enlightened, understand that ignorance has not gone away. Ignorance is still there, but it is much, much more for people who are deeply rooted in the world, people who are tamasic and rajasic, people who want to just think about money only and God and no God, no spirituality. They only want to do more and more sense pleasures, enjoyments of the world. So that is what it is, that's what they will get. They are considered, why are they considered ignorant? Not, it's not a curse or it's not insulting them, it's simply telling them that they are devoid. Look how much efforts we are all putting in, for how long, and we will continue to do so till this body departs. So in order to remove that ignorance, अविद्या को हटाना, क्योंकि उसका रूट्स बहुत डीप चला गया है. The roots have gone deep. So from many body, many embodiments. Otherwise, once you hear, we should have gotten the answer. We should have been enlightened. Why aren't we? Because of all the purification that is needed. Slowly, every day, every time, we need to do more and more and more slowly. So by adapting subtle reasoning, one understands the illusoriness of the world. तो जब हम गूढ़ दृष्टि से इसको समझेंगे तो समझ आएगा कि ये संसार जो है मिथ्या है. It is not real, this world. The vision of the ignorant is to be negated by rational arguments as well as by the support of intuitional experience of the sages. That is how the wisdom is transferred from the guru to the disciple, because the sage has the experience. If you are climbing the Himalayas for the first time, you have no idea what it would take. You don't know what kind of temperature or weather you will encounter or the difficulties. It is advisable to have a guide who has gone up and down 10 times. He knows what to do. He will guide you properly and you will eventually get there, but you have to put in a lot of effort. ऐसे अपने आप नहीं हो जाएगा वो. So the vision of the ignorant is to be negated by rational arguments as well as by the experience. So उनको समझाना पड़ेगा what is a vidya. That is why we give you all these similes, examples, to say this is what your ignorance is. When you are agitated, you are in a different shape. When you are sleeping like a baby, you look so innocent, so beautiful. And when you wake up and you're fighting with somebody, take a picture and compare. So that is what it is. We are complicated human beings. तो उसके लिए this ignorance, so through examples, through the experience of sages, saints, the scriptures, when we read these holy scriptures, we have satsanga. Vashistha Muni is with us. Lord Rama is with us. Swami JyotirmayAnanda ji, who wrote this for us, is with us, and we are with each other. So we are all one holistic whole. एक ही मास बन जाता है. And then slowly the knowledge gets diffused. It won't evaporate suddenly. When the day it happens, then you are enlightened. Just like a cloud, a dark cloud obstructs the sun. Think about it. A dark cloud will come in front of the sun, and now you can't see the sun. Oh, आप बोलोगे सूरज ही नहीं निकला. Oh, the sun didn't show up today. No, the sun showed up. Actually, the sun is there. The very reason you are seeing the cloud is because the sun is there. Think about that for a minute. Would you see the dark cloud without the sun? At night, 2 o'clock at night, why don't you see the dark cloud? Huh? But when the morning comes, now you see the dark cloud, you say, oh, aaj suraj nahi nikla, today it's overcast. But it's overcast by the light of the sun only. So therein lies the rub. We have to, what should the cloud do then, the dark cloud? Do nothing, just allow itself to be diffused into the sky. A small hole, then it becomes silvery. Slowly it starts to disintegrate. Does it lose anything by doing that? No, it gains. It becomes part of the sky. वो आकाश ही बन जाता है. तो यही हमको करना है. This is what we have to do. We have to dissolve everything we say that is mine, this ego that is mine, this mind that we think has so many likes and dislikes. Slowly, slowly, slowly we have to let go and emerge into the cosmic consciousness. Then we become fit to get this knowledge. Otherwise, any amount of knowledge, even if God comes, Lord Krishna comes, Lord Krishna was there for Duryodhana also and Arjuna also, hai na? Isn't it? Arjuna benefited and Duryodhana, nothing happened to him, stayed the same dull wit. Much in the same way, we have to change, we have to put in the effort, then we will benefit. And finally, even the rational vision is to be negated by intuitional realization. It's easy to say do this, do that, but it's very hard to practically do it, lead it, live in your life. Like we always say, Himalaya on the map seems so small, 2 inches only. Yeah, 2 inches in the map, but you go there and see what you have to do to climb it. Huh? So that is what it is. That is the difference between practice and theory. Karat karat abhyas te jadmati hot sujat. So everything requires sincere practice, sincere effort, dedication. Then you will succeed. Moving on to section 191, the world is non existent for the enlightened. So, those who become enlightened, very, very few. Most people in theory know what to do, how it should be done, which book says what. Bhagavad Gita says this, that, hum sun rakha hai Swami ji, we know. You know, but when something happens, something happens to our finances, this, that, are we stable? Can we handle it? What happens to us? Immediately we forget about Bhagavad Gita then. Then no such thing. Huh? If somebody says something bad and something hurtful, so that is what is called practical experience. That will take us time, bear insult, bear injury, adapt and adjust, talk less, do more. So many people talk, give you so many promises. Ye aise hoga, wo waise hoga, I will do this, I will do that. Nothing comes out of them. And then there are others who just keep quiet and they produce volumes of good work. So that is what we should be doing as sadhaks, because intuitional realization is not a degree. You cannot earn it just by your effort. You cannot. Most people struggle here because they say, I have succeeded in the world. I was very poor. I studied. I became a doctor. And look at me today. I have so many houses, so many. I became successful. Yes, congratulations. Very good. Kudos to you. And for your efforts, you have done very well. But that is worldly knowledge. Which one of this house will go with you on your deathbed, on the funeral? A simple little casket will be left, and even that will rot if you are buried. And if you are burnt, then a few dust full of ashes will be left, isn't it? So this knowledge that we are talking about is called Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya meaning the knowledge of the divine that goes with you after your body departs. And those enlightened saints, for them this body becomes like a straw. जैसे हम एक तिनके को फेंक देते हैं, ऐसे ही जो जीवन मुक्त साधु संत हैं उनके लिए ये शरीर एक तिनके की भांति ही हो जाता है. So, Sri Rama said, O best among the sages, if that is so, this world is nothing but Brahman at all times. Isn't it? So that's a logical question Lord Rama is asking. तो अगर आपने ये बताया है कि संसार नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं वैसे नहीं, तो फिर ये सब कुछ ब्रह्म ही तो है. It does not arise from Brahman, nor does it merge in Brahman. By exercising one's pure intellect, one finds this world illusory. That is why we say karma, bhakti, dhyana, jnana. Why jnana? Jnana is wisdom. Without wisdom, how will we get this divine knowledge? We have to study, introspect, contemplate. We wake up in the morning, meditate. We do all that for what? To understand that there is something deeper behind that our education cannot give us, our kids cannot give us, our possessions cannot give us. Something divine that only you have. You. And so the question becomes, who is this you? Is this your body? Is this your mind? Is this your intellect? Are these your senses or your ego? Which one of these is you? Ponder over it. So, one finds the world illusory when you go deeper and deeper. And first, you will theoretically understand it, then, you will practically understand it. But practical is when you will say, yeah, now I am firmly footed in God. Nothing can shake me. This is how people practice. Priyaji is here. She's been practicing it for 40 years, and this is her mission in life. Yogini ji, so many people are now finding that answer because it's hard to dispute the divine knowledge. That knowledge seeps into your capillaries and veins and blood and every cell of your body. It comes in and then it takes over. And what a beautiful takeover it is, because everything becomes divine. That doesn't mean there will be no problems or sickness or hardships. All that will be there, but you will treat them like mosquitoes. What do? You just swat them away. You are not worried about it. But most people in this world are only living at the surface level. So many die. So many of them just die thinking they are this body only. They didn't even figure out this human body was given to them to do something great, something magnanimous, something super beautiful with their life. So even this apparent world becomes non existent when one attains intuitional realization of the self. That therein lies the difference between a sadhak and a siddh. You know who a siddh purush is? He's a realized master. Siddh. He has done it. He has been there. That therefore we follow their guidance, their because then we also will become that. We also get to that. And every disciple was once taught by a guru, and then the disciple becomes the guru, and the guru has disciples, and then the disciples becomes guru. This is called the guru shishya parampara, the tradition of the divine wisdom passing on from um, in the parampara. It's called a tradition. That's why they prospered so much. There are still some very nice paramparas in India. Ramakrishna Paramhansa, so Ramakrishna Mission is one, Shivananda Seva Samiti, Shivananda Divine Life Society is one. There are Vedanta organizations, there are some very good ones, but be very cautious about all these new names and forms that people like bubbles come up and go. You don't know one day from the next who they are. But in a parampara, it connects you all the way to Lord Narayana, Shankaracharya, and they have a deep tradition going on. So when you prostrate to the Guru, your prostrations are reaching all the way to Narayana. That is why we touch the feet of the Gurus, we do adorations, we do Shashtang pranams and all that. It's not to the body, it's not to inflate their ego. They don't care whether you do it or not. It's for your benefit. To you get humility, you connect to the divine, you develop virtues. So that is the reason, deeper reasons behind that. So Shri Vashistha said, O Rama, you have understood rightly. All this while Rama was doing what if analysis. Why can't the Atma be this? Why can't it be that? How do we do this? To help us understand. We are all intelligent people. So to think through, to understand, to go deeper and deeper and deeper, because it has to be our experience. I cannot force you. See how much beauty there is in these scriptures. Deep thought, all questions welcome. Everything has to be digested by your senses, mind, intellect, and ego. Until you are there, you will be unsatiated, unsatisfied. So many people say, oh, keep quiet. You should not ask those questions. They are wrong. That's blasphemy. That's criticizing. You keep your finger on your mouth. Don't ask that. What is that? That is not God. God has created knowledge. He wants you to learn and grow, but then not be arrogant, be egoless, be firm, be put in your effort, and then be sincere. And so Vedanta encourages a lot of questions. It's like mathematics. You have to understand the laws of physics, the laws of science. So therefore, questions are encouraged, but not questions that are egotistical. Those questions are not welcome. The answer, you will not learn anything. Rather, not only will you not learn anything, the divine law will punish you, because now you are using your pride and arrogance to show your superiority to others. That is not okay in spirituality. In spirituality, we are all one. We are all one Atma. Whether somebody is totally uneducated or somebody may be full of degrees, doesn't matter. Because if we all don't know God, we are all ignorant. Isn't it? Some clouds are more dense, some are less dense. In some ones you can see a little bit of rays coming through the sun, in some you don't see any. But till the cloud exists, ignorance is there. That is what Vashisht Muni is saying. O Rama, आप ठीक समझे हो, you have understood it properly. It is due to indescribable ignorance that Brahman appears to the jiva, individual soul, and the jiva in turn, through its distorted vision, sees Brahman in the form of the world process. So it is that simple, that it is indescribable, and in Hindi we call it anivarchaniya, which we were just covering a few minutes ago, that it is neither real nor unreal. Therefore, we have to uh, earn our own our own experience. Each person goes through their experience. An enlightened master, doesn't matter how enlightened, he cannot touch, give you a blessing and you get enlightened. Yes, his guidance is needed, his compassion is needed, his experience is needed. Most importantly, his grace is needed. Because if a person is arrogant, wants to ask with a sense of ego, then that student will never learn in the Sanatana Dharma philosophy and the wisdom, because that grace, God takes away that grace. The Guru's grace will not fall on that person. So therefore, we always ask for Guru's grace. Every letter I write to my Guru, I it's basically saying your grace is what is coming through, and it's absolutely true. What do we know? I mean, I 25 years ago when I came into the fold of my Guru, I had no idea that this is what he would place me in, that my life would change, where now we are doing this work um, to the community and the world for the rest of our life, simply. And it is so joyous, so beautiful, but it is all Guru's grace that makes it happen. If I think I am very smart, I talk very nicely, I use good examples, all that is nonsense. Nothing. One little nerve moves and you are in mental hospitals only. That's what will happen. So Guru's grace, God's grace, your own grace also, your grace is your self effort. You all come, you all do whatever you need to do to get here to the satsang in time, and then um, we all have to make sacrifice. Something else has to be given up. That is what the journey looks like. So uh, the jiva also, uh, once you come through that light, you see that light in the world, the same light of God. So which we say, God is the macrocosm, you are the microcosm. One grain of rice cooked and the whole pot of rice cooked, no difference. You just need a lot to eat, but to check if it's cooked or not, just one grain is enough, because either it's raw or it's cooked. If it's cooked, ready to go. Much in the same way, for you to get enlightened, you have to just pick that one grain. What is it? That's you, your own self, within. Go within. That's what it says. Meditate is going within. You don't have to see the whole world and the whole universe and go to this pilgrimage or that. That is good if you want to do, nothing against pilgrimages, but the biggest temple is in your heart. You are a moving temple, but you have to earn it. You can't just call yourself a moving temple and be doing all kinds of wrong things. You have to literally become a role model for others. तो जब आप ऐसे करेंगे तो आपका कल्याण होगा, हर तरीके से आपको सुख की प्राप्ति होगी। ये वशिष्ठ मुनि बताते हैं कि दैट इज ट्रू। वेदर यू सी द जीवा, जीवा इज एन इंडिविजुअल सोल, एंड परमेश्वर, paramatma, jivatma, paramatma. Jiva is a cosmic radiation of God, and paramatma is the sun. So if the sun has all the rays, every one of us is the sun only. But we think, due to illusion, that we are lost. I am this, I am that, I am in the world. But when the sun will set, like I said, every ray will have to go. The sun doesn't abandon anybody. God does not leave you in the ditch. He will take you all the way through till you get enlightened. जब तक हमारा कल्याण नहीं होगा, तब तक भगवान हमको हमारा कल्याण करते रहेंगे। विद्या कहीं ना कहीं से आती रहेगी, or you will get the university of hard knocks. You have so much pride, and then the world breaks your pride. You don't get that next promotion. Something bad happens to you, and then you start coming to spirituality. It may be through any reason, it doesn't matter. First you thought you could conquer the world. Now you realize you are just nothing, simply a little thing. The world has conspired against you. What will you do? So then you eventually, but this is not for losers. Spirituality, if you don't succeed in the world, you will also most likely not succeed here, because desires have to be given up. You have to be the ruler to be a spiritual master. इस ज्ञान को प्राप्त करने के लिए आपको एक शहंशाह बनना पड़ेगा. You will have to be like an emperor of emperors, like a king of kings. Only then you are fit to receive this knowledge. We are not talking about money. We are not talking about the houses or what kind of places. Please don't misunderstand. When we say about who is rich, a person with a big heart is rich. There are some people having nothing, yet they have a very big heart. They will open up whatever they have for you to sleep and to eat and to do whatever. And then there are very rich people who have no heart at all, or very small tiny hearts. Don't want to spend, don't want to donate, don't give any dakshina to anybody. It's like just me, and then they die. They say, speak a lot of good spiritual things. What good is that? There are so many hungry people, you didn't take care of anybody. What will God tell you? So serving and doing things has to come from the heart, and that is how we do all the things. Our meditation, social service, charity work, all of them have to be done, not just one or two. So ये इसीलिए the science becomes a little bit complex, because we only want to do the things we like to do. Some people say, oh, only bhakti. Some people say only jnana. It doesn't work like that. There is only one God. That doesn't matter which path you take, everything is integrated. सब चीज इकट्ठे ही होता है. So Sri Rama said, it is a great wonder that the self shines on even in the absence of the world, when there is nothing to be illumined. Beautiful thing, because when the world uh, collapses, there is still that light. When you are sleeping, your atma still has that light. When you are awake, it still has that light. When you go to deep sleep, it's still that light. So that is, uh, your light is only a refraction, a ray of the big light, which we call Brahman. So Sri Vashistha answered, yes, it is indeed a great wonder. It's called Swayam Prakashi. The problem is, in the world we are used to cause and effect, isn't it? Cause and effect, कि हम ऐसे करेंगे तो ऐसे होगा, ऐसे करेंगे तो ऐसे होगा. हम अगर ऐसा कुछ इंस्ट्रूमेंट चाहिए, doesn't matter how much good a programmer is, but if you don't give him a computer, what can he do? He'll look at your face. Can he do anything? No. So he needs the computer. That is a tool. So therefore, there is somebody created it. Somebody created the computer. He learned the language, and therefore now through the cause and effect they are doing things. But this God, it's Swayam Prakashi, means there is no cause. There is an effect and the cause at the same time. The creator and the created is one. That is what is unique about Sanatana Dharma. It's not about anything, oh, it's superior or anything. It simply decoded the laws of nature. It has decoded it to say, okay, in this case, God is the light, he is the maker of the light, and he is the light also. He doesn't need any source, any independent source, to say okay, because everybody else will need external light. रात को अंधेरा है तो हमें बत्ती चाहिए, लाइट चाहिए, जलाएंगे तभी तो लाइट जलेगा, वरना लाइट चलेगा कैसे? तो that is what we need as humans and people in the material world. But God is like that his light is not coming from another source. His light is his only, his coming from him, that is also giving light to the sun and the moon and the fire. Think about it. Where did these elements come from? They didn't come from just air. Air is one of the elements actually. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. ये पांच बनते हैं. तो कहां से बनते हैं? उसकी माया से, माया शक्ति से, the power of illusion. That is the mystery we have to understand. So he says, it is the light of consciousness that assumes the form of the triad in dream. That light makes you dream. Can you control your dream? Can you say tonight I would want to get a pizza and I want to go to Italy tonight in my dream? Will that happen? No. The dreams will come according to what's suitable for you, what's in your unconscious, and what's happening in the world around you. All those things play their own part, but the light of the consciousness is the projector through which you see the dream. Your TV जो आप देखते हैं, the TVs that you see, what is it? Can there be any projection without the screen? Therefore, even your iPhone, cell phones, uh, iPads, computers, and TVs, and whatever, everything needs a screen, because without that screen there are these light modules in the back, in the embedded in the machinery, in the electronics, and through that light you are seeing pictures move. So that is, and in cinema halls you see that very clearly, that big ray of light coming, and through that the pictures are moving. So that is the light of consciousness working inside of you also. The movie is going on, the light is the source of the movie, it is not creating the movie. समझ गए? Very deep, because you are creating those things through your intellect and mind and ego and whatever your subconscious and unconscious mind is. But how is that forming into pictures, voices, colors, experiences? That is the actual light of the consciousness. आपकी आत्मा से जो प्रकाश आ रहा है, ये ब्रह्म ज्ञान है. वी आर गिविंग ब्रह्म ज्ञान हियर. इट्स नॉट अ सब्जी मंडी नहीं है कि टमाटर बिकेंगे यहाँ पे, जो आप सुनते हैं बहुत जहाँ होता है. ये ऊंचा ज्ञान, उसके लिए हमें तपस्या करना पड़ेगा, और हमें भक्ति करना पड़ेगा, ध्यान करना पड़ेगा, और वो फिर मिलता भी है. With sincerity it will come, but only to serious aspirants. Otherwise you travel in the marketplace, that's all. So that light appears in the form of triad of the waking state: waking, dream, deep sleep. All these three, doesn't matter whether you are deep sleeping or you are dreaming or you are waking. Think about it. Can you do anything outside of these three things? We have grown up into whatever age we have. Whatever we do, you are either awake, or you are sleep dreaming, or you are deep sleeping. But then the enlightened people also have a fourth state, or some people see it in meditation for very little time. It's called the transcendental state, where time and space evaporate, they don't exist. And time is what? It's a concept, isn't it? समय क्या है? समय एक जो है अनुभूति है. Anubhuti is just an experience. When you are enjoying, have you noticed, when you are having a good time, suddenly 4 hours pass, you don't even know. Oh, you look at your watch, oh my god, it's been that much time already, I thought we just started it, and 4 hours have gone by. So, and on the other hand, if you are having to watch some miserable thing, or listen to something, or do something that is very difficult, every minute is heavy on you. You keep looking at your watch. Oh, अभी 5 ही मिनट हुए हैं, इतनी देर से बैठे हैं. That's all you will say, because time doesn't pass, especially when you are waiting for your beloved relative to come on the airport. The flight, it's 30 minutes late, now you are pacing up and down, waiting. So you see, we do all these things, but time is the same. Does that second change? Did the hour change? Did the clock change? Nothing changed, everything was exactly the same. Your experience mattered, and it changed, didn't it? It was your experience, how you interacted with it. So if you learn that art of staying busy, keeping your mind occupied, where the time goes, where the days goes, you will not know. I'll tell you, this is so funny. I used to, before I took sannyasa in 2018, and then now my life is all spiritual, fully dedicated to God, and Swami Lalita Priyananda ji is also. But when I was working, I was working, and then we were doing the same kind of thing, working this, that. And I thought, okay, now it has to be spiritualized. And now my working life is, my retired life is busier than my working life, but it is so joyful, so wonderful that everything is a blessing and it is great. I love it, every moment of it. Where from morning to night it is time to sleep again, I don't know what happens. So that is what we should be doing. Whereas what most people do when they retire, oh, change the channel, watch the TV, I'm bored, what should we do, let me go shopping, and then they don't know anything. Whereas they could be doing so many beautiful things. You could volunteer in a school, you in a hospital, you could go, exercising, do yoga, learn a musical instrument, learn a new language, travel, do whatever you want. Not just it's not even spiritual, it's everything. Make your life a masterpiece. But if you are smart, you will understand that we are not getting any younger. है ना? We are none of us are getting any younger. So every minute should matter. A minute wasted and away from God, is that minute going to ever come back? Ever? No matter what, you give billions and trillions of dollars you can give, that time will never come back. It's gone forever. So therefore, Vashistha said, it is indeed a great wonder. So that is the triad of the waking, dream, deep sleep. समझ गए? All of it is coming through the light of the consciousness. आपकी आत्मा से जो प्रकाश आ रहा है, वही प्रतिबिंब रूप में बनकर आपके सामने आता है. That is what it is. This world continues to be a great wonder for those who are ignorant. Seven wonders, eight wonders. I have to see the Taj Mahal. I have a bucket list. All that is okay. All that is okay. But what are you going to do? One day you are going to kick the bucket. Whether your bucket list gets done or not, this is for sure that you are going to kick the bucket, isn't it? आपका जीवन कब अंत होगा, nobody knows, we don't know. So therefore make hay while the sun shines. जब बारिश होती है उस समय अपने हल को जोत दो तो आसान हो जाता है काम. It becomes easier when it's raining and you till your land, because the ground is already mushy and wet. It's easier, becomes easier. So however, for us who are enlightened, the triad of the world is nothing but Brahman. Who is enlightened? Vashistha Muni. Lord Rama is about to be enlightened. See, these are his younger years, and he has brought it from his many punyas and incarnations and all that stuff. Every one of you is also entitled to that. One grain of rice or the whole pot of rice, one drop of the ocean or the whole ocean itself. Same thing, isn't it? But in that one drop, do you see submarines in that one drop? Do you see whales in it, a fish in it, big ships? In the ocean, you see all those things, isn't it? Because there is so big, and you see waves in the ocean. In this one drop, you don't see. But the same composition, H2O, two atoms of hydrogen, one of oxygen, the salt content, everything is the same. So if you now, as that drop, jump back into the ocean, what happens there? Now you are the ocean. Can you say I am a drop? No, you were only a drop while you were outside, separated from the ocean. जब तक आप संसार से जुड़े हुए थे, अलग और समुद्र से बाहर थे, तब तक आप एक बूंद थे. जब आप समुद्र में जाकर गिर गए और अंदर उसमें मिल गए, तो क्या बन गए? समुद्र ही तो बन गए. Can you then identify yourself? I am on this latitude, this longitude, this drop of mine is now located on this section of the Antarctica. Can you say that? No, you become one homogeneous mass. That is what we are talking about for enlightened people. Although they have bodies, they appear to be talking and living in a practical world, but internally they have resigned to everything. All that is now given to Brahman. Inwardly, they have transcended the ignorance. अविद्या नष्ट हो चुकी है, इतना समझ लो. जब तक अविद्या नष्ट नहीं होगी तब तक हम संसार चक्र में आते जाते रहेंगे. वेरी सिंपल. Till the time our ignorance is removed, till then we will be stuck in the concept of mine and thine and my possessions, my family, my house, my will, my degrees, my accomplishments, my knowledge. That's what will. And when you die, who cares what will happen? Do you think everybody will go with us? No. Isn't it? But they will sympathize, they'll come to your funeral, maybe they will even attend your ceremony and all that, very nice, say good things about you. But then what will happen after a few years or a few months or whatever? Everybody moves on, but you are the one stuck with it. You could have attained enlightenment, you could have improved your life. All that was wasted in sense pleasures, in satisfying all these people. So, therefore, use your intellect wisely, have good company, and do good things. That is what sages and saints guide us. So, for us, there is neither there, it is Turiya. So, for enlightened people, they don't have the waking dream and deep sleep like most people do. Either they are awake or they dream or they sleep. But for the enlightened people, that doesn't mean enlightened people don't wake or they don't dream or they also do it. But inwardly they are connected to Brahman, the transcendental self. So therefore that state is called Turiya. Turiya, fourth state, a fourth dimension, which is unknown to most people, another whole different dimension, like beyond gravity, so to speak. So that is the only reality. For them, there is no other reality. No more ignorance, because ignorance is gone. So when ignorance is gone, they see the self in everybody. They see it in Rama, they see it in Ravana, they see it in Kansa, they see it in Krishna. So for them, whether good or bad, good, happiness or sorrow, it's all becoming one homogeneous mass. It is ignorance that has given rise to the illusion of the multiplicity of the world. It is due to our avidya, our lack of knowledge, that I say I am different than you. You are Indian, I am Japanese, I am this, I am that, I am tall, I am short, you are a woman, I am a man. At the end of the day, the soul is a soul, is a soul. Makes no difference who you are. Ultimately, we are all doing the drama of life. We come and we dance and we depart. In there, the question is, I did this, I become so important. So, till you are holding on to this I, then that is what's restricting your advancement towards liberation. Why? Because you are connected to the world, and the world doesn't exist, it's unreal, you are still dreaming. So while you are dreaming, nobody bothers you, nobody should. It's okay, it's your right to dream. So take your time, whenever you'll wake up, you'll wake up. But for those who have to do something, who want to wake up, they are putting in the effort, they are burning the midnight oil, they want intuitional realization. So they are, once they get to that state, then whether they are waking, dreaming, or deep sleeping, they see the self in all. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. There is only one truth, expressed differently in different ways by different teachers, by different religions, by different rituals. But ultimately, it's all the same one mass of consciousness and knowledge that we have to understand. O Rama, until the self is realized, one must maintain a stone like firmness and remain unaffected by the pleasures of the senses. Let me read this one more time for all of us, every one of us who are serious. If you are just enjoying the show, just listening casually, fine. Something for your head to go into your subconscious. But if you are serious, then O Rama, until the self is realized, which means till ignorance is destroyed, till the cloud dissolves into the sky, one must maintain a stone like firmness. Not feeble hearted people, stone like. This requires you to be a warrior, a valiant warrior. A sadhaka is stronger than anybody you can imagine. So then you need that firmness and remain unaffected, unaffected by the pleasures of the senses. Very easily said, unaffected by the pleasures of the senses. The eyes want to see all kinds of good things, bad things it doesn't like. Ears want to hear only good music, anything harsh it does not like. Your taste wants to taste only sweet and bitter and delicious things. Anything bitter, it spits it out immediately. Same thing with your nose. You hold your nose when you have to pick up something dirty or take your trash, and the same nose starts to open up, flare up in front of flowers and good fragrance. Same thing with your touch. Some you touch a thorn, you will shrivel away. You touch somebody you like, some other thing, the warmth you get, everything gets gives you comfort. So everything, mind you, is giving you duality, है ना? हर चीज में आपको सुख और दुख दोनों प्राप्त हैं. तो this is why most people get stuck, because they only want one piece of that rod. Imagine, can you pick up a stick with only one side of it? You don't want the bottom, you only want the top, but it's a stick, the bottom has to come with it, no other way. So therefore, that is what sages and saints are saying. Even when tempted by the ignorant, one should not go after the objects of the world. This is very important for sadhakas. No matter what anybody says, oh, don't listen to this, to that. We are living in a very free society, in a very open environment. Everything is available for the asking. So today's sadhaka has to put in 100 times more effort than before, because we didn't have all these things. Facebook and this and that and media, everything is available. You just close your eyes and shut your eyes and you get it. So therefore you have to make prudent choices, prudent decisions. And then if an ignorant person comes and says, hey, what's that sangha tonight, Friday evening, come on, we are going to a party, we have this special thing going on, come on, don't be stupid, don't be a moron, come on, take out this time, just you can always have that stupid satsanga sometime else. They will tell you, they will excite you, but what will you do? Think of the consequences. You will lose 6 7 months worth of your sadhana by that one crazy night. So this is what serious aspirants think like. If you are a serious aspirant, if you just like moj masti, kabhi kabhi satsang sun liya, theek hai, ye bhi kar liya, ye this all that's okay, then that's fine. Then you are an average sadhak, and slowly you will also evolve. At least you're spiritual. At least you took the time to listen to one lecture. So that's fine. You get some bonus marks, go home, end of story. But for those of us who are serious, who want to climb the mountain, who want to learn, who want to grow, for them, we cannot stop. Just because somebody says, very good, you're very good. Don't listen to all them. Tell them, I know what my defects are. You may be saying, I'm very good. I know who I am. Because you know who you are. I know who I am, isn't it? We know what our weaknesses are. So don't get stuck in praise on this path. This path is very slippery. So anybody who says, oh, we are this, we are that, we should go like we don't see. Like blind people, we should follow our scriptures and our faith and our authentic guru, if you have one. If you are lucky to have one, then that is a blessed experience. And there, follow many, listen to many, listen to many, get knowledge from many, but have your faith in one, follow one, dig deep. You have only one set of parents. Can you create 20 sets of parents, biological parents? No, only one. You came from the womb of one mother and one father only. Now you may have many uncles and aunts and relatives and cousins and friends, all the fun, wonderful. Go there, but do what your parents ask you to do, because they gave you birth. That is the difference between a sadhak and a casual observer, somebody who just listens and then gets lost again. Casually, we are doing things. So then, now that you have heard it, if you have heard it, then you know what this journey looks like. And whenever you are ready, your unconscious, your subconscious will come up, open up, and then that will be the start also. Nothing ever goes to waste. Nothing. Even if I say Ram, how long did it take me to do? Not even a second, a fraction of a second. Krishna, Hanuman, Jesus. What little, and that now becomes your perpetual wealth. That wealth cannot be destroyed. that will go with you, but you have to put in so much of it, because suppose you are putting garbage on your head and then you are putting one drop of water to clean it. Think about it. Will it clean? No. So you have to put a lot of water to clean even a little garbage. So that is how um, this journey works. My time is up, so I will conclude the satsang now. We will do aarti together, and then this Sunday we will be at the temple, Shiva Vishnu temple, and we start between 10:45 and 11. So Hari Om, Tat Sat to all of you beautiful souls who joined. Let me see if anybody else joined here. Manishi Pallavi ji, aapko pranam. Good to see you today. I hope you can be more frequent. I know things are busy and timing difference in India, but jab bhi sambhav ho. And Devika Anil Pal ji, aapko bhi pranam hai. जब भी ये हमारा 7:30 बजे इसी समय सत्संग रहता है हर हफ्ते, एवरी फ्राइडे इवनिंग 7:30 PM Sacramento, California time. And so let's see, Savitri ji, so good to have you. You say blessings to you also. So good कि आप आज यहाँ हैं. Many people watch and they don't acknowledge themselves. If they don't say namaste pranam, it's like coming to the temple but not ringing the bell. So I don't know. I will not take your names because you may not want to be recognized. So that's okay. But it's always good to be, if you say namaste or pranams or join in, and then that way you also start connecting to the internet, to the vibrations. Otherwise you are saying, it's okay, let me just listen, but let me not acknowledge myself. And that's a personal choice, so that's okay. But for your development, if you want to become a regular member, then, or a participant in the satsanga in a deeper level and enjoy the nectar, then it's recommended you acknowledge or say namaste, hari om, whatever. And Dwayne ji or Sada Shivaji, so good to see you. Hari Om. I'm happy. I know you are always busy here, there, but I'm glad you're making time. Many of you listen to the recording, so the serious aspirants are not my problem. They are not the worry. And Radha ji, I'm so glad you are now regular. Continue to do so, because nothing can replace a satsang. Nothing, and our human body will never be able to exactly duplicate it. What once it's heard and done with your sincere faith, nothing can match that. So continue your journey. That is how we will get converted and purified into advanced aspirants. And Shankar ji, of course, Priya ji, you are always there. Yogini ji, Roshni ji, आप सब लोग तो एकदम स्तंभ की तरह रहते हैं. You are all the pillars and guiding so many other people with you. So blessings to you. And then here we have Aaron ji is always on Zoom, and Mark David also. So divine blessings to all of you. This is all I could see. And then after the satsang is over, I generally post it on many sites so people can get a view, a vision, listen to even one name of God is very helpful. So continue to spread this divine wisdom, and each of you are a pilgrimage center also, and you can promote this loving knowledge, divine knowledge to others, whoever would want to listen in a sweet, humble way. So with this, we let's do Aarti, and then we conclude our satsang. So thank you all. As you can see, we are in the conclusion stages. हम ये सत्संग की समाप्ति पर पहुंच चुके हैं योग वशिष्ठ की, and we have been doing it for many years actually, and it takes many years. As you can see, we basically just cover about 2 or 3 pages in every satsang, because it's so deep, it's so full of profundity and knowledge. So with that, let us do Aarti together. Hari Om Tat Sat. जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक, विघ्न विनायक श्री गणेशा. जय जय आरती सुब्रह्मण्य, सुब्रह्मण्य कार्तिकेया. जय जय आरती वेणुगोपाला, वेणुगोपाला वेणुलोला पापविदुरा नवनीत चोरा जय जय आरती वेंकटरमणा वेंकटरमणा संकट हरणा सीतारामा राधे श्यामा जय जय आरती गौरी मनोहर भवानी शंकर सांबा सदा शिव उमा महेश्वर जय जय आरती राजराजेश्वरी त्रिपुर सुंदरी महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाशक्ति जय जय आरती आंजनेया आंजनेया हनुमंता जय जय आरती दत्तात्रेया दत्तात्रेया त्रिमूर्ति अवतारा जय जय आरती शनेश्वराया शनेश्वराया भास्कराया जय जय आरती सद्गुरुनाथा सद्गुरुनाथा शिवानंदा सद्गुरुनाथा ज्योतिर्मयानंदा सद्गुरुनाथा साई बाबा जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्यतो भाति कुतोऽयम् अग्निः तमेव भान्तम् अनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ॐ करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितम वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो ओम ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्महविर् ब्रह्मग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिनः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राण अपान समायुक्ता पचामन्यं चतुर्विधं हरिः ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मर्पणमस्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I do have a comment from Mark David G. He's confirming it's 4:34 in the morning. I guess whichever country, I think he's from Germany, but you may want to type it in, Mark, so I can confirm that. But I know I had mentioned Shankarji, so now there is another early morning Brahma Muhurta riser, Mark G, and he's also asked a question, which of course we don't have time today, but I do want you to know we will cover it in the next session. The question Mark is asking, and by the way, all of you on Facebook also, if you have questions, feel free to type them in, because that's how we learn and grow. If there is a question, and if you want to discuss it in person, then you can go through Messenger or WhatsApp or something. But it benefits. Questions are for everybody. We all benefit when we all share them. So Mark's question is, how can we turn negative karma into positive? I believe in forgiveness lies the stoppage of the wheel of karma. So very good question, and we will certainly address it next time. And very good thought. Yes, forgiveness is one of the fundamental virtues that we have to forgive. Without that, we continue to bind ourselves, but we'll talk a little bit more on this topic. But thank you to all of you, every one of you who was here today. आप सबका मंगल हो, कल्याण हो, Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti. And also to Aaron ji, who is always very sincere, listening to YouTube videos and then also our satsangas regularly. So pranams to all of you. We feel very glad and overwhelmed and thankful that we have formed this beautiful satsang community together, and that we are all growing as a part of it. So keep your creative energy, ask questions, participate, and continue to enjoy this nectar of satsang. Hari Om Tat Sat. I will see you all on Sunday morning, like I said, between 10:45 and 11. Hari Om Tat Sat. May you all be blessed. Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti. Continue your journey and stay in bliss. Stay healthy, happy. Hari Om Tat Sat. And thank you to all who have attended and who have expressed their gratitude. आप सबका कल्याण हो, मंगल हो. Hari Om Tat Sat.